Iran has said it cannot confirm it will be able to cooperate with the International Atomic Energy Agency. Tehran's foreign ministry said following the strikes on Fordow and other nuclear facilities, the safety of IAEA inspectors can't be guaranteed. It also said Donald Trump's stance towards sanctions on Iran were psychological and media games.
The Director General of the IAEA insisting at this time doesn't make sense to us because only a few days have passed since the aggressive attack by the Zionist regime and the United States on Iran's peaceful nuclear facilities. In this situation, expecting Iran to continue normal cooperation with the agency is not reasonable. Also, one important issue is how we can assure the safety of the inspectors when we still don't have a clear assessment of the damage. Our Atomic Energy Organization is still looking into it.
US President Donald Trump said in a social media post on Monday he is not talking to Iran. He also reiterated his claim that US airstrikes had obliterated Iran's nuclear program. The UN's nuclear watchdog has said Iran could resume enriching uranium within months.
They did obliterate it, it turned out. Then we had to suffer the fake news, where the fake news in CNN and the New York Times was saying, well, maybe it wasn't as good as Trump said. Maybe it wasn't totally obliterated. The last thing they're going to be doing right now, for a period of time at least, is nuclear. They've had it. They've been trying it for 25 years. The last thing they're going to do is nuclear. We had to hit them, though. They were close to getting a nuclear bomb, absolutely.
I'm glad to see we can go back to Resul Serdar, who's live for us in Tehran. Resul, let's talk first of all about the statements that are coming out of Iran's foreign ministry with regard to the security guarantees that they say they might not be able to give to inspectors from the IAEA.
So, just recently, the Iranian parliament has adopted a bill suspending all the cooperation with the International Atomic Energy Agency, and just one day later, that bill was approved by the Guardians Council. So, officially, now it's a law in Iran, and it's forbidden for any Iranian official to cooperate with the International Atomic Energy Agency. However, right after that, we have seen statements after statements from Rafael Grossi, the Director General of the International Atomic Energy Agency, asking for Iranians to permit the inspectors to come and to inspect that nuclear facilities. Now, the spokesperson of the Foreign Ministry, Ismail Baghai, saying that, well, that is technically, and in terms of the safety, is impossible because Iranians are still assessing the damage. So the damage assessment process is still under the process, underway, and it's not concluded. So at this moment, asking Iran to open up its nuclear facilities doesn't make any sense, and says that is unreasonable. So on the other hand, we have seen throughout his lengthy presser criticizing the International Atomic Energy Agency and its Director General Rafael Grossi again and again. He's saying that the Atomic Energy Agency is an international body with well-defined responsibilities, and these responsibilities are technical, not political. However, he's accusing the Director General of the agency and also the agency itself being so much subjected to the pressure from some members of the board of the directors and states, Israel and USA, and he's saying that the agency is making its decisions and releasing the reports based on this political pressure coming from these states. And also another point that was important today. So he says that the recent report that was released by the International Atomic Energy Agency on June 12th, saying that Iran is not cooperating enough and its nuclear activities are not transparent enough, has been used as a pretext by Israel and USA to attack on Iran's nuclear facilities. And indeed, we have seen just hours after that report was released, Israel started to attack Iran. And now the Iranian officials are extremely furious and angry at both the agency and also the Director General of the nuclear watchdog.
I also want to get your reaction to, your coverage of Iran's reaction to the comments that have been made by Donald Trump. In social media, he said he is not talking to Iran. He's also been speaking to Fox News, saying again that the US has obliterated Iran's nuclear process. What is the reaction in Iran to those comments?
Well, I think for Iranians it's really difficult to follow Trump's statements, and now they're accusing the president simply of not being consistent. So today, Ismail Baghai, the spokesperson of the foreign ministry, is saying that is extremely inconsistent. In the morning, he's making a statement, and then at evening, he's changing that statement. Once he's saying that he's ready to lift the sanctions on Iran, and next day he's talking, putting more and more sanctions, imposing more and more sanctions on the country, and that's why I say that it's extremely difficult for us to take these words seriously. They are seeing these words, these statements coming from the President of the United States as a psychological or media warfare being conducted on Iran. But on the other hand, today he specifically talked about Trump's statements accusing the Iran Supreme leader, Ali Khamenei, of lying. Now, Ismail Baghai, the spokesperson of the Foreign Ministry, is saying that these kind of statements are hurting the hearts of millions of Iranians and Muslims across the world. So here, Ali Khamenei is particularly a key issue in Iran, is a central issue in Iran. Ali Khamenei is not only constitutionally the head of the state, but also, according to the political theology of Shias, he is the leader of all the Muslims as well. And when you're attacking him, this is becoming a very, very sensitive issue. Beside that, it is Ali Khamenei who is going to really eventually give a green light to the Iranian officials whether to negotiate with the United States or not. That's why criticizing him and attacking him is not a good start.
Resul, thank you very much indeed. Resul Serdar there talking to us from Tehran.
Don't miss out. Get the full picture. Subscribe to Al Jazeera for reliable news and expert insights. Like, share, stay ahead.